Cannabis is legal in some states. Are you guys still able to own that type of business? I would doubt that. No.
To be honest, I think that coming home and like my spiritual walk, I kind of just said I wanted to leave everything that causes people pain behind me. Like no, no clubs, no drinking, no smoking stuff. Just just do something different. And that's why I would stay away from it. I think my brother might feel different about it, but just it still brings problems, bro.
Right.
Imagine. I always wonder how they don't get stuck up more than cannabis shops.
When you're used to doing it one way, it's a crazy thing to just walk into a spot. And all I could do when I'm in there is look for the weaknesses in the system because it's just in my nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I say all the time. And I be mad as shit because I be thinking all them thugs on the street. Look, man, people went to jail, put in the work for selling weed on the corners and selling, and then here comes some fucking white dude, puts a fucking cannabis store right in your hood. If that was me, I'm just saying, like, you're so called, like, that dude on the street calling shots, and I'll burn them motherfucker down and be like, you can't do that here. And again, my respects for everybody who smokes and that's not what I ever did.
Mm-hmm.
I never like got into any kind of drug like that.
The house in Mexico, do you guys miss it? Somebody asked if you missed the millions of dollars, but I think anybody missed the millions of dollars. Do you miss, but you don't miss what came with it?
Mm. I miss everything about Mexico. I I I think that I'm enjoying this new journey I'm on and just doing things different. I respect the people who work 9 to 5s and making things happen for their family. At the end of the day, it's hard to do that. Just to go to work every day and just do the right thing. When you ain't making millions of dollars every day. So my respects to the working man. That's for sure.
Jose Chavez asked, how deep did you roll at the height of your game in Mexico?
What do you mean how deep?
How deep? I guess if you had, 700 pickup trucks behind you.
Nah, honestly, you don't want to always do that, bro. Like you don't need that. You need 20 dudes, tops. You don't want to like. You want to try to keep it low key. Like you want attention, then you do that, bro. Like look at me.
Right.
But you want to try to, if you have to, unless there's a reason for it, you want to try to keep it simple.
Right.
I like to tell everybody that, I get tired of all the like, you get burned up real fast. Like you got a unique car, and it's just like anywhere,
Mm.
and the cops start pulling you over, and you try to play it off, and then they start like recognizing you, like they know how you look, and that's like a huge mistake.
Mm.
And I remember I went and we used to buy these like little Nissan X Trails. They only sell them in Mexico. They're like 23 grand, fully loaded. We get like you know 7, 8 of them at a time. And bro, when I used to drive that, nobody even looked my way. Just try to keep it simple, low key. Just move around. Just try to avoid the trouble.
Not Guilty TV said, big up P. He said,
What's up, man?
I chat to Ivan. Do you have any messages for him?
To who?
Ivan. Ivan.
Oh, to Ivan. Oh man, be safe out there, bro. Like when the shit hits the fan, he's gonna be on my side if they let him, if they give him a chance to.
Jose Chavez said, do they leave the tourist alone if they buy a vacation home in Quintana Roo out in Cancun? Sounds like a personal question, Jose. Salutes, though.
Nah, I
Get
mean,
after it, bro.
all the tourists are safe in Mexico for the most part. Bro, there's millions of people who travel there every, you know, year probably, and everyone's good. You go doing some bullshit, you're gonna be in trouble.
You don't want to be in trouble there. A lot of people ask this question about you, P, and a lot of the times I can look at it and say, are they being nosy? Are they concerned? Like Not Guilty TV said right here, he said the life destroyed my family as well. The PTSD from the game is messed up. And usually your name comes up and people wonder and ask, you know what I'm saying? How does P hold up when it comes to, the things that he's experienced in his life, and my answer to them usually it's like everything else. You do what you got to do to get through it. What can you tell us?
Man, the trauma is real. It stays with you. I pray hard, man, for God to help me, man, to soothe away some of those things that I deal with, and just for that peace. Because man, sometimes you get that anxiety or that you can't fight it, and you don't know why it's there, but you gotta just look back and be like, just the life, you know. And it's you struggle, I guess, every day, you know. It's and I guess that's the reason why I try to put some of this like to the side in my life, not to like expose myself so much to it at times, to kind of like just be able to you know function, day to day. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, you carry that kind of stress, and it does stay with you. I mean, people. That's why people self medicate.
Right.
Imagine you didn't smoke, bro. How would you be every day?
He's smashing shit.
Right. From being in those situations, though, you think about like anyone who has been in prison or been in the done the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those it could be hard when your family is going through something. You can't be there for them, and the anxiety you feel.
Right.
And it tends to want to like creep up with you, where you're almost like reliving that for no reason.
Mm.
And that's a issue that I got to deal with.
Lupe said, Shy, the thing is, everyone knows how that life ends, and yet they still played, then flipped. Can't go anywhere in public.
I go everywhere in public, bro. I mean, yeah, it's part of the game. I don't know if you're trying to shame me into saying something like, yeah, I'm home though, bro. I'm with my family. That's all that matters to me.
Shout out Rilo. He said a lot to learn from this story. This is legendary, and it's gonna change lives. Salute.
I hope so, man. I hope that there's people out there listening could just wake up and just. I'm not saying what path to take, but rethink it. That's for sure. It's borrowed time. You're renting that life. That car you have, that shit ain't yours. That shit's the government's. You know, them watches and shit. You're gonna sell them for 20 cents on the dollar when you need that money. When that lawyer, that watch you have on, and that jewelry, those earrings, that's the lawyers. You just don't know it yet.
That's the lawyers.
That girl is, them girls you be messing with, that's somebody else's girl.
Lupe said, I beat life twice, ended up doing 15 years, and can walk the streets in peace with my head high.
I mean, yeah. I did 14 years. I'm home. I beat probably 10 life sentences. I'm home. I got to, enjoy the life. I don't think there's too many people from the streets that could say they were making 40, $50 million plus a year. And I'm home and, just trying to get my life back together. And there's nothing he could tell me that's gonna, make me feel different about my situation. That's for sure. He ain't lived my life. You must have did a lot of time fighting those two, you know, those life sentences. It was probably for some bullshit ass gang activity. You probably shot somebody in a drive by or some bullshit. It wasn't about nothing. That's for sure. Homie sent you off, bro.